So begins our Titanic quest. Once more, continues, I guess that begins. Our legendary Titanic quest. Alright. This area, I think we need to go to the... Actually, I think there's a quest up here.
Fine weather we have today, is it not?
Or just someone to talk to. Not a quest giver. I remember this area being kind of large, and you have to like backtrack a bit. If you want to clear out the whole map, you have to do some backtracking because it gets a little weird on like the western side of it. This side's pretty straightforward. It's just a bunch of barrows, and one of the side quests is here. And I think parts of another side quest can also be found here. Siege of Avalon got an update. I had no idea. Yeah, I didn't know that either. That is, that's good to know. Oh, come on. These stupid lightning traps. Oh, you talking about the one that came out on April 8th? Oh, yeah, I have that in my library. Never mind. Yeah. No, I knew that came out. I have it. My bad. I always assume people keep up with games like I do, but I don't know. I keep up with games probably a little too much. Whether my schedule permits, but I make it work. Well, if it helps, I haven't actually played it yet. I saw that it came out and I purchased it right away. Oh, the poison got me. Shoot. I wasn't looking at my health. I was looking at the gauntlets that guy dropped. I remember the bloated Trogger being in the in this game. I mean, you may as well just go ahead and push through Legendary. I mean, you're almost done with a full run, then you can make a new character, and it'll be that much more satisfying. Conqueror is probably my favorite class in the game, so, I mean, I think that's a good choice. I don't think that I've actually played Siege of Avalon. I know I've seen gameplay for it. I don't know if I actually got a chance to play it or not. Well, especially not the re-release. I'm pretty sure some of these trap chests don't make that little ding sound they're supposed to make when they're trapped. I'm down at 28 health potion. Thanks, Booger. That's supposed to be a Revenge of the Nerds reference, or just a fun name? Oh gosh, yeah, pull back. I'm frozen. Stop that. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm having fun with it. It's a slight twist on the typical tactical games that I play, and that it's, you know, it is real time. Come on, mana. There you go. Help out, guys. Okay. That fits then. Dragon Eye and I were on the same page there. Alright guys, come up here and fight me. I'm just gonna cut up here to their doom. Should be okay here as long as I stay in my banner. Yeah, we're doing fine.
You have no more room.
I'm sure we can dig up some room real fast. I'll leave that legendary venom sack behind. Oh, game, come on. Don't crash. I think it's gonna crash. Oh no, it didn't. Ah. Hung out with all the kids that wore all black. That was my primary friends group. I mean, I feel like I get along with most people. I didn't talk to most people. We didn't really have a technology group of kids in my school. It's not that I was aware of. It wasn't a very large school anyway. I graduated class of, I think, 225. Which is definitely not the smallest around here. I think there's a class that graduated with 11 students in a neighboring county. Never got into any fights. Not really a fighter. Definitely more of a jokester. Never was in a position to fight anybody. Never like made anybody mad like that. Never. We didn't really have a very violent school. There's a couple fights. I take that back. I did actually have to stop my brother from picking on somebody one time. I run the bus and my brother was picking on somebody and he retaliated and hit him in the nether region. My brother didn't like that, so he attacked him. And everybody else moved to the front of the bus, so I went back there and I held him against the window and slapped him in the face. I mean, at that point, I was bigger than my brother was. He's not I outgrew him, even though he's older. It was weird. That's when they started having cameras on the buses and stuff. I actually got called to the principal's office, and I was thanked for stepping in. Since everyone else literally just got up and moved to the front of the bus, they wanted no part of it. But why? Because the guy that was getting picked on by my brother is literally half his size. He's a very small person. At least he was, man. I can't vouch for how big he is now. I think my city's, it's starting to get closer to like 100,000, I think. That's a pretty... We're a college town. We have a lot of schools in and around where I live at. Not all of them do we want around where we live at, but you know, we gotta deal with it. Gotta suck it up and hope that it just goes away one day. It's not going to, but one day maybe. Most of the schools that we have around here are historical, and they're, you know, they're nice. But we have a couple less reputable schools here as well. So. Yeah, I graduated 225, so I mean, I don't know how big the other classes were. It's probably not more than 1,000 kids in that school. But there's also a bunch of schools like right on top of each other. This is another high school, a much larger high school. Like right down the road from the high school I went to. Maybe no more than a 7-minute drive. I graduated in 2010. I was in high school for the scene phase. Back when all the kids were into the whole scene thing. Sorry, we need these lupine claws for quests. If I find those, I need to hold on to them. Hey, Porter! What's going on, man? It's been a while since you've caught a stream, hasn't it been? Sorry about the delayed responses to you on Discord. I don't get those notifications, even when I'm logged onto my PC. My phone keeps logging me out. I don't know why, so I have to keep logging onto my computer to get the codes to log back on. It's super frustrating. I'm probably doing something wrong. Again, I'm not super familiar with Discord. Like, I most exclusively use Discord for voice chat. Then when I do log on, I forget to look at my server. I understand, man. I don't have a 4.0, and I probably won't. I have like a 3.7 or something.
Giesel! You need to help me. Help Giesel.
Help Giesel. It's a 3.7. I qualified for like the National Historical Society. So I get to present my senior, I think they call it a senior seminar in my school, like a senior thesis in Washington, D.C. If I pay the fee, I haven't paid the... I haven't paid the $50 fee yet. So I just qualified this past semester. Yeah, it's not bad, especially considering my previous academic performance and what I was fighting against. Because I initially went to college back in 2011, and, well, there's a reason why I joined the military. Sheepskin. I just didn't have the drive. I was burned out on school, you know, 12 years from high school. I didn't want to be there. I slept through most of high school. I mean, I aced all my tests. I did very well in high school, despite sleeping through it. I just didn't have, like, that drive. So I was thrown into deep end in college. I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. And I didn't want to pay for it. Alright, man. No, plenty of successful people that aren't very, can't read very well. Or spell well, or just good at English in general. Yeah, I'm not gonna get valedictorian. In fact, I don't even really plan on attending my graduation. I just want to get my degree and dip. So I don't really get attached to the institutions I attend. Still have that like school spirit. Despite picking this school, like high school was more justifiable because you know I didn't pick the high school I went to. But in college, even like I'm just not like committed to it. The school that I wanted to go to, it's just I'm not attached to it. If that makes sense. Yeah, I did the whole military thing for 5 years, and now I'm back in school, and it feels good. I've always appreciated education. I don't know why I did what I did when I first went to school. I think it's because high school was so easy. Like, I just didn't have to try at all. Like I put no effort into high school. I graduated with an advanced diploma. It's like when I went to college, like I actually had to do stuff, you know. I wasn't used to that. It's even worse because I went to college with my best friend, and so we took all these classes together, so I was just goofing off with him and just not paying attention. I still feel like I should have got some sort of, well, I didn't, yeah. It's alright, I'm doing good now. I have a good GPA. You know, I'm nailing it. I've gotten awards for my writing. I've gotten published for my writing at school. You know, I'm knocking it out of the park. I just needed to take a break from school, I think. Had to figure out what I wanted to do. I think I was initially going to go to school for dentistry, and I have no interest in being a dentist. So I'm really glad I took those few years off so I didn't do that. Then even then, I tried doing engineering first, took a semester of that, and I was like, hey, you know what? No, I'm gonna do history instead. I'm gonna follow my passions. So, that's what I'm doing. My dad's the same way. My dad is extremely good at math. Like, he can do some pretty wonky math in his head. And he's extremely, I mean, anything with tools. I've yet to see him not be able to do something or understand something. It's crazy. I mean, I'm good at tools myself. But he's on a whole nother level. Like, any project, he can do it. Probably off the top of his head. And he's been doing it for decades, so. He didn't go to tech school. He did carpentry and then masonry. And he always had like side jobs going on too. So he's always doing some other project, building houses, you know, selling drywall, really what anything that people needed to be done. He would do it. Gotta stay from that cliff edge, otherwise I'm gonna get stuck.
Stay alert.
Oh no, I did it. Oh, there we go. We got out. Haha. Alright, man, yeah, take care. No, I understand. Don't waste your time here. This is mediocre content. Go enjoy yourself. Let's go back this way. There's one little spot on the map I haven't cleared out. This place is misleading too, because it's like they keep showing these torches. Oh, this is the way forward, but it's just it's not really truly the way forward. If that makes sense. So it can be a little hard to navigate this area. If you're going for just like a straight run through. I mean, obviously, you have a map, you can clear everything out as you go. Backtracking can get tiresome. I'm actually really tired. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full stream tonight. I was out in the sun for a few hours today. Basically doing stair climbs. It was pretty miserable. I was there with a bunch of much younger, more able-bodied people. They had me do all the walking. Rhoda, welcome to the stream, man. I do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly still. I forget if it's Baroda or Boroda. So this should loop all the way around, if I'm not mistaken. Might be worth going back and turning in some of these quests. Thanks, Porter. Yeah, I was just goofing. I'm pretty proud of my content. Not in an arrogant way, but in a I like where I'm at with it. Alright, where do I need to turn these quests at? remember about the scythe. Asland. And then Ethelrude. I think she's up here.
What do you have there? A few brave souls.
I don't want your harness of power. I do need to find. A Baroda? Is that right? Or do I need to roll it a little harder? Like Baroda. Baroda? I'm always self-conscious of my R rolls because I never know if I do it too much. I can do it. I'm always self-conscious of it. Baroda? 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 I can't whistle, but gosh darn it if I can't roll my tongue. Okay, cool. Cool. Baroda, right? Verify.
The scarf. I made that for
I
him.
really don't want your junk in my inventory. Please. Thank you. That Spanish roll. Oh, I could have just teleported back. I forgot that I teleported out of here. The frozen river. There's a bunch of those darn Nixies in this area. I hate finding the Nixies. They're super good at kiting because when they're in that little kite mode and they're in that like full of water mode, they take reduced damage. Elf Lord. Cool name. It's a really cool designed enemy. I like the way they look. Very forest gaudy. I think this is just a dead-end cave. Nope, maybe it loops over here. I'm surprised more games don't have kites. They have all these other activities like fishing and, well, you have hang gliding, which is kind of like a kite. But yeah, they don't just have like a kite. Off the top of my head, I can't think of a game that has just a kite you can fly as like a recreational activity. I feel like that'd be super easy to implement for like an MMO or something. I don't think kiting is very popular. My dad used to have like a stunt kite. He's into it a little bit. I think he still has one, in fact. I used to have a kite with a dinosaur on it. And the whole kite was green. It had like a, maybe a dragon. Been a little while, so I don't really remember. Actually, I don't know. It's Diablo 2, then I have no idea. Diablo 3 had a cheeseburger. And it's some shield, I think. It was like a funny shield as well. Hey, I missed my hue there. That's upsetting. But also, I never found every item in Diablo 2. I never completed that quest. I mean, shoot, it took, what, Llama, like 20 years to do or something? So. I have never beaten Diablo 1. I put some time into it. I got Diablo 1 with the Diablo 2 battle chest, so my priority was Diablo 2. But I am familiar with it. Some of the weapons and stuff, and I never actually completed it. Also, my favorite class is the typically agreed upon the worst class in the game. Because usually the more magic you have, the better off you are. And I play the warrior, who has the least amount of magic. Sorcerer is usually the strongest, and the rogue is the middle tier. Yeah, I was better at, well, in general, just better at video games than my brother was. You know, I mean, he didn't play them as much, but I was, I'm very, very good at games. Like, usually it takes me one or two games to get warmed up, and then I usually just kind of take it away. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but it's a skill, you know, and a curse. People don't want to play with you anymore. And it's not just exclusive to video games, board games too. I never played Scrabble until like this past couple of years, and the Mrs. taught me how to play Scrabble, and she beat me the first game, and I beat her every other time. just dominated. Also currently holding high score for Galaga in the house. I'm gonna die. Got stunned twice. My dog is attacking a vacuum outside. She likes to beat up the vacuums. When she's playing with the cats, she chases the cats. When they get up on shelves and she can't get to them, she gets frustrated. So she goes and she boops the vacuum a few times to show who's boss. You heard some banging in the background. I think that's what that was. My brother didn't play a lot of games. Mostly what he played a lot of racing games. He wasn't really much of a gamer. So I was always mad when the PlayStation 2 got to like be in his room. Alright, my dog's really into something. I haven't mapped this out yet. The argument usually for the PS2 being in my room was that, oh, you have an Xbox in your room. I'm like, yeah, the Xbox is mine. The PS2 is both of ours. No, not a Roomba. It's just a regular old vacuum. I was more of a PlayStation guy growing up initially, and then I started getting. I ended up being an Xbox guy, because all my friends were Xbox players, and I wanted to play with my friends, so I kind of got forced into it. Definitely preferred PlayStation though. Don't really mess with consoles anymore. I have an Xbox One, and that's where I'm stopping. Like, the Xbox One hasn't played a game. Well, we played some Galaga a little while back. Because Microsoft sent me $5 for some reason, so I bought Galaga. and the Mrs. and I played that for a bit, and then it's mostly used for streaming. I have like 6 streaming services on it, none of which I pay for, and I am proud of that fact. It's absurd that I have 6 and I can't find the 3rd movie in any trilogy to watch. John Wick 3, not available unless you pay for it. Kung Fu Panda 3, not available unless you pay for it. Shrek 3, not available unless you pay for it. But you have the first 2, so they lure you in and they want you to pay for the third installment. And no thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely PC like all the way now. 100%. Like if, I don't agree with the whole exclusivity stuff anyway. I think it's dumb. Like, they're only missing out on money. Well, if they really want the game, they'll buy the console. That is a stupid policy. And PlayStation's finally putting some of their games onto PC. I mean, they released Days Gone and Horizon Zero Dawn. So I mean, eventually people are going to make the correlation like, oh hey, PC's basically consoles. So why isn't everything just on everything? Yeah, most Microsoft exclusives are going to be on PC anyway. All you need is Sony to step up to the plate, not being a stick in the mud. Heck, Square Enix is finally putting Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on Steam. That's exciting. Capcom's been putting games on Steam. There's no better time to get into PC gaming. Well, except for the cost. The cost is miserable. Yeah, PC's definitely... People are finally starting to see the sense in, making these ports of these older games, because there's a market for it. People like these older games, and they want to play it on stuff without having to, like, go to an emulator or, mod DB. Or wherever, you play those older games. Usually emulators. Like, so instead of people going and playing the game for free, guess what? You can port it to modern systems, and people are going to buy it. Imagine that. I understand some of the games, like they lost the source code, like if you look at Icewind Dale 2, I think, they don't have the source code for it. Games like that, I understand, but... plenty of games they just don't want to do it. I don't understand why. Like, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, I think, was on mobile, but they didn't port it to PC. I don't know why. Can't be that much harder to do. They definitely have the resources for it. It's Square Enix, so... Overpaid by $1,000. I'm glad I built my PC. It was a few years ago. I built my PC in 2017. And it's still thriving. There's no games or anything that's coming out that it can't run. Plus, I mostly play like CRPGs and stuff, so it's not like I'm usually pushing my system to the limit anyway. Like, Exodus is probably the hardest game my PC had to run. Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance was pretty rough too, because I had that bug with all the halberds spawning, so like my frame rate was always like 10 in the city. But that wasn't my fault. That was oh, come on, man. 2 stuns? They've got their hands full right now because they're coming out with the Final Fantasy 16. That's their bread and butter. Where do I need to go? I guess back up that way. What's the fastest way to get there? Probably this way. Yeah, parts are crazy right now. All the crypto miners and scalpers and stuff. It's horrible. And then even just getting a part, not even like the cost itself, just actually trying to find a part to buy because everyone's buying them up as they, as they stock up. But I saw that they're speculating that the GPUs and stuff will stop being in short supply. I think later this year or next year. Don't remember where I saw it. I can't verify the validity of the article, but it's something that I saw. Got my hopes up, so.
Big mistake.
So these aren't Nixon anymore. They're I don't know if it's Niker or Nicker. Oh no! Frozen. Gotta be in crowd controlled, man. Down to 7 potions. Oh boy. Can I pull back? Can I can I make up that difference and not have to buy potions? Only time will tell. No, I'll probably end up having to buy potions. If I don't get frozen, it's easy peasy. If I don't get stunned, it's easy. It's on crowd. Oh gosh. Or poison damage. Poison damage is also. What? I was still taking damage? Well, it doesn't matter. I couldn't have healed there anyway. I'm not very familiar with Alienware. I've never bought it. The only like pre-built gaming stuff I bought a Asus Republic of Gaming laptop back in 2012 when I got stationed in California. It was a little cheaper because it didn't have a battery, so I just had to play it while I was plugged into the wall. Not a big deal. Ran great, still runs great. My buddy still has it. I built this PC. I sold it to him for like $10 so we could play games together. Honestly, I wish I would have kept it because my current laptop is a piece of junk. I wish I had that laptop still. He built a PC recently, so I'm hoping maybe he'll let me buy that laptop back. Alright, let's pull back. Down to 3 potions.
You can't hold anymore.
Oh man, can I do it? Okay, this looks pretty good. So I do lose that +3 to Rune of Life. Rune of Life is an okay buff. It's not like a make or break part of my build, so it might be worth swapping to this. So 460 armor, 25% pierce resist, 28% elemental resist. So it's less pierce resist than I currently have. That's gonna put me in the negative. 25% poison resist. I do need poison resist. I lose my vitality resist too. Ugh. Dexterity, health regen, and 10% chance to dodge attacks, and then flash powder? My damage goes up. I guess that's the important stat, right? I don't know what flash powder does. Granted by Adam, a magician's trick turned to more nefarious purposes. Flash powder blinds adjacent enemies, impairing their ability to hit with weapons and potentially disorienting them. Cost 65 energy, 50% chance to fumble attacks for 8 seconds, and 50% chance of 3 to 8 seconds of confusion. I will drop it on my skill bar. If I remember to use it, then I'm great. It takes forever to cast. Yeah, screw that. I'm frozen. I'm frozen again. I'm dead. Yeah, and it's fun. It's satisfying to see your build come together and work. Like mine almost worked on my first try. I put it together and I had one wire out of place. I plugged into the wrong port. And then fixed that and it was all good. I also have a background in electronics, so I mean wiring and stuff, it's not... Some people are intimidated by it because they haven't worked with it before. But I come from a avionics background, so it's second-hand nature to me. It's almost like a car, you know? I mean, obviously a car is more complex, but like building your PC and stuff, it's like working on your car. It's satisfying to do. Gives you a sense of accomplishment when it's done. And it's also cheaper than working on a car, so there's that too. And if you break it, you don't lose your mode of transportation. You're still set. As long as I'm not fighting undead, I can heal up off of the enemies that I fight. Just undead, I can't lifesteal. But trolls, I can. Not this lightning guy, though. Give me health potions, you jerks. Road take me anywhere? Backtrack a bit. One thing with PC building I just can't bring myself to get into is the like RGB stuff. Some people just care way too much about lights. I wish my PC didn't have any lights. As it's unnecessary temperature. I mean, I'm the only person that ever sees it anyway. Also, I'm out of healing potions. I'm gonna keep going forward. I don't want to buy any healing potions. I presented myself with a challenge, and I plan to see it through. Unless I can't beat the next boss fight, because I'm pretty sure there's a boar up here we have to fight. Hey, health potion. Things are looking up. Alright, we did it. Alright, I'm out of health potions again. Oh wait, did he drop anything? I think he dropped an orb. Yeah. Heck yeah, chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk, man. It's one of my vices. Like, I could drink like a whole jug of chocolate milk. I mean, I'd probably throw up, but I'd never get full of it. Like, I never get tired of it. That, hot chocolate, really any sort of chocolate drink. The Yoo-Hoos I'm a big fan of as well. I mean, hot chocolate's probably my favorite, but chocolate milk, I actually had some recently.
How dare you kill my boar and desecrate this place, foreigner? Don't you know it belongs to the Aesir? Your friend is not here. Not that it matters to you, because you have forfeited your life. The thread of your destiny.
Oh no, they keep stunning me, man.
Warriors of Folkvang, attack!
Yeah, now I'm out of healing potions. I was trying to get through Legendary without buying any healing potions. I'm gonna have to go buy some. Alright, who sells health potions? I guess any merchant does.
Welcome, stranger. Look at our shop. My father is the best smith in town.
Ah,
You'll find no
yeah.
shattered leads.
Your inventory is full.
Alright. Oh, wait,
Your
maybe drop
inventory
potions?
is full.
Alright,
Your inventory is full.
Alright, how about we don't pick this up? Actually, I could probably drop that instead. There we go, perfect. Alright, back to war. Fully equipped with healing. I mean, I almost did it. I made it up to the final act. Without having to buy health potions, so that's pretty good. Yeah, chocolate milk is an excellent beverage. Like, I have to, whenever I get it, I usually just get like the half gallon, so I don't go overboard on it. And I have to make myself not drink it for every meal. It's just, it's good. Not as good as hot chocolate, though. I will say hot chocolate is my absolute favorite beverage. I'm currently out of hot chocolate. I try not to drink it during the summer, if I can. I drink tea instead when I stream. The rest of the year, fall, winter into spring, hot chocolate's fair game. Alright, nope, not losing that experience, yo. There we go. Now I can die proudly. There we go, suckers. I don't know if these guys are supposed to die like this, or... Yeah, absolutely. Oh no! I wasn't paying, I was looking at chat. There's actually a gas station I used to go to that was on my way to high school that made really good hot chocolate. But yeah, I'm a Swiss Miss guy. My dad actually usually gets me like one of those really big boxes of the individual packs for Christmas. I think I really got drawn into it. So that gas station I was talking about, whenever I stopped by it, it's back when I was in high school, and the car that I had at the time didn't have heat. So like the hot chocolate was a lifesaver in those, you know, cold winter mornings.
Your inventory is full.
Oh really? Come on. All right, I'll drop some of this junk. Yeah, I have no idea how they make theirs, but I like it, so. Haven't had it in years. I make my own hot chocolate now. I have a the same mugs I drink tea out of. I put 2 packs in, and it's great. I'm not actually a huge fan of whipped cream in my hot chocolate. I do it every now and then just to mix it up, but it's not a draw for me. People swear by it, and it's okay. If you mix it up right, you get a nice a nice layer of like bubbly froth on it anyway, and you don't need.
You have traveled to many. I suspect some of.
You don't need the whipped cream anyway. I need one more of these. Wait, do I have part 1? Wait, I should have part 1, shouldn't I? I have 2, 3, and 4. Did I put it in the chest?
Yes, all your stuff is here.
Thank you, my friend. Do you have what I need? Don't see it.
Hard to find the road in that cursed fog.
What? Alright, so according to this, it should be in Fafnir's cave, which I believe I've already been to. No, that's right. That's that hidden cave. I need to go back. Let's turn this in first.
A spear? No human, not even you, can follow them to Asgard. There is a small all I
Okay.
have thought.
I know what I need to do. Gosh darn it. I mean, it didn't really taste much different than the hot chocolate I normally drink.
Return when you have accomplished.
It says I need to go. I think it's like in a forest area. I think it's in this area. I think it's like one of these roads here. I think it's that one where I need to go. A good little run ahead of us. Forgot all about Fafnir's cave. I think maybe the flavor is enhanced because it was, you know, I was freezing to death and I was too cool to wear a proper jacket in high school, so I was even colder. I had to wear this cool black sweatshirt that I had. I'm trying to avoid fighting. I just want to get to where I'm headed, and that's it. I don't drink any of that fancy stuff. Just plain old hot chocolate for me. I can't. One, I don't like mint in anything besides I like peppermints or gum. I hate mint in ice cream. I hate mint in anything. Unless it's an actual mint or gum. Remember, someone got me a mint shot one time. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. I was about to die because they bought it for me. I had no idea what it was, and then suddenly I was downing a shot of mint, and it was so disgusting. That's a wrong turn somewhere. Alright, so backtrack a bit, we'll be okay. Back this way. Be it as it may. I mean, I like mint in some things. It just has to be in something that's supposed to be mint flavored. Which is not anything besides mint and gum. Or I guess Listerine or mouthwash or whatever, that's fine too. Yeah, toothpaste, that's okay. But like mint chocolate chip ice cream, that's an abomination. I love ice cream, right? I've never had ice cream I didn't like besides mint chocolate chip. Can't stand it. So there was, so whenever me and the missus get ice cream, or the missus and I basically end up eating all of it. I ate a lot of ice cream. I love ice cream. It's my vice. And there was a time where she would get a second container just for her that was just mint chocolate chips. So I wouldn't eat it. Oh, I'm gonna die. I still died. I have no idea what my principals did or were. We had this one ex-military guy that supposedly worked in intelligence. He did die under mysterious circumstances. They say that he killed himself in public. Like he was out on a nature trail or whatever. But seemingly there's no indication of him ever thinking about offing himself, and he did. Now, there's a lot of speculation in regards to his death. He's also everyone's favorite teacher, because he's just like a real laid-back, he's one of the younger teachers. He was a history teacher. Actually, I got offered the opportunity to join counterintelligence, but I turned it down when I was in, because the way counterintelligence works is you can't just join it; you have to lat move into it. I think you have to be at least an NCO to be do counterintelligence. And Staff Sergeant asked me if I wanted to do it, and I had to turn it down because one of the reasons I got in the military was so I had more time for my family and stuff. And being counterintelligence, you're basically never home, so not something I was interested in. Not my cup of jam. Buy a shoddy knife. There's a well-made knife. Oh, come on, don't die, don't die. Come on, potions. Oh, we're good. I took a wrong turn again. I need to go backtrack. Yeah, it's back this way. Let's follow the wrong road. That's okay. I've it's just a life that I wanted to live. That's all that matters. I mean, it would have been cool. If I was single, I would have jumped all over it. If I was single, I probably would have stayed in the military anyway. Because I was on the fast track to success. Alright, where is this secret passage at? I thought it was like right here. Maybe it's up here? It's north of this, hold on. Oh, it's over here, okay. A little bit further ahead. The path is over here somewhere. I found it before, I just can never remember where it's at. It is a very well hidden area. I think it's up this way. Actually, I think I already went too far. Here it is. I was looking out for this path as we were going through the game too, and I completely forgot about it. I think a spy master is still like a specific rank, isn't it? Now it's gonna be counterintelligence, which is a little different than intelligence. It's more field work. There can be more field work. Intelligence, you can join and immediately go into intelligence. Counterintelligence is a lat move only. It's Fafnir.
Leave or die.
Oh, we killed each other. No, it would have been cool. I mean, you know, if I wasn't married and stuff and already had like a set plan. I mean, life could have been different. It would have been fun. I mean, I have fun with what I do. I have no regrets.
You have brought for years. I have been working.
I thought I got skill points for this. Got a stupid staff. A waste. I have the stuff I need, right? I got an achievement. Rheingold. What is that for? Find Anvari's lost treasure. What? One % of players have found that. What the heck did I just do?
Have you got my fur? Yes, yes, the boat is ready. But, in case you do find some of that liquor, I'd still be interested.
I have no idea how I just got that achievement. It just popped up. Maybe it was for Fafnir's Cave? I found Fafnir's Cave before. That wasn't new.
Hi, welcome. I don't know why.
Yeah, I keep getting calls from darn
Please be with you.
recruiters that want to come teach avionics. Avionics on the East Coast. I'm just not. Maybe, you know, if the whole history of writing thing doesn't pan out. But
Oh, shut up.
No, you...
My younger...
My arrogant brother.
I did. Well, I played the first one. I didn't play Dark Alliance 2, but I did play and beat the first one with the dwarf. I know that they re-released the first one. They're going to re-release the second one at some point. At least that's what they said. And so I'm hoping they eventually release them for PC, because right now it's just for console. I mean, I know they will. I'm assuming they're going to sell them in a bundle, so I am waiting for that to come out.
I say, if you think life is...
Yeah, I'll be playing those on the channel when they finally re-release for PC, because I'm stoked for it. That's another trip down nostalgia lane. Champions of Norath would be another welcome addition to the PC community. I can already think of a few nations that are fighting for fools, so... Oh man. Should have cast that a little earlier while I was pinned there. Over right, going up here to like the top right dead end. Top left is the way forward. Chat. Just didn't want to die there. I played with my brother a little bit. We didn't make it very far together. He'd always play the human ranger, and I always played the dwarf. Didn't beat it, so I played solo. Because my brother wasn't really into like RPGs and stuff like that. I mean, it can, as long as they, you know, it's... I mean, obviously it's just another ARPG at that point. I enjoyed Dark Alliance. Champions of Norath, I didn't own Champions of Norath. I dated a girl that had it. I played it quite a bit. We also played Diablo 2 together. To the best. Oh, there you. Eh. I think most people like the wizard for other reasons, but yeah, sure, magic missiles. That's what you want to call it. Another game that I would really like to see on PC, since we have Dark Messiah, is Shifters and a Warrior. Is it Warriors of Might and Magic? I believe Shifters is the sequel to Warriors of Might and Magic. Which I had no idea, because I played Shifters back in the day. I had no idea that they were connected. I remember seeing Warriors of Might and Magic in like the Lord of the Fjord. In like the game stores, but I never picked it up. It was one of those games that stood out to me that I was interested in playing, just never got around to doing it. Same with Dark Messiah, is another game I always saw in the store but never picked up. Yeah, Magic Missile is great in Solasta. I mean, all the spells are great in Solasta. I don't like magic, and just the way it's been implemented is fantastic. Yeah, no, I'm sure the magic missiles are great, man. I'm saying magic missiles with quotes around it. The, definitely didn't run around with the,
Who's there? You have lupine claws? Ah,
do I have the resources to make this? I don't know if I do. Definitely didn't run around without any clothes on with the elf. Yeah, the dwarf didn't get a lot of special abilities. He had like the bull rush. A lot of them he had to have a hammer equipped for. So like you couldn't even use some of the two-handed weapons that you found because you had to use the hammer for whirlwind and I think ground slam. Oh, you have the battle cleric, because that's what I use as well. Battle cleric is fantastic. That Herald of Battle buff is so good. Imagine having 4 battle clerics in your party. You get that +4 to armor class, +4 to attack, +4 to damage, and +4 to, is it saving throws? I think the 4th one is saving throws. You just get +4 across the board, just for keeping all your clerics stacked up on top of each other. It's so goofy. And it's a low-level campaign, so that +4 is putting in some serious work. Yeah, Solasta is really good. It's probably the truest of form. I don't think you like 5th edition, right, Dragon Eye? But it's truest of form, like, implementation of 5th edition that I've seen. And a lot of people seem to agree with that. It's got a lot of utility spells like Fly, Levitate, Spider Climb. There's a lot of verticality in the combat. And it actually uses light. Light is an actual mechanic in the game, which is just awesome. I love light mechanics. So many games have torches and flashlights, but like you don't need them. You don't need the light source. But light plays a major role in Solasta, which is awesome. I'll never get tired of that. Underrail kind of uses it, but with the melee build, it doesn't matter, so... While it did exist when I played through Underrail, I didn't need it. I was running a spear. $25, yeah, I think mine ended up having like 26 or 27. I didn't focus on armor class too much. I was definitely more worried about damage. Shame there's... I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything. So actually I'm going to hold my tongue there. I don't know if that's actually considered a spoiler or not, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, Solossa's a great game. I do recommend it if you're looking for a good D&D game to play. Story, you don't play it for the story. Just claim that right now. You play it for the mechanics. And also don't play it on normal or like the it's not normal. It's not called normal. It's like the way it's intended to be played because it's way too easy. Play it on hard or cataclysm. Yeah, I mean it's not a true spoiler. It's just I was gonna complain about a weapon in the game or the lack of a weapon in the game. But yeah, I won't spoil anything, so you can discover it yourself. That's part of the fun, is finding all the loot and stuff in the game. So you can hold out hope for now, and then you can be disappointed later. When you beat it, we can complain together. Yeah, sunlight. You also get the spell daylight. In fact, you may already know what my complaint is. If you're level 8, then you already know. You probably already found most of the recipes, if not all of them. And there's a certain recipe that... Actually, there's a couple recipes that are lacking from the game. One of which I don't really care about. The other one I'm pretty sour about. Because my favorite weapon type is underrepresented in basically every game. And swords almost always end up being the best. Stupid. I had a human paladin. I like to make my paladins after myself. Then I had a gnome. No, sorry, I had a halfling, an island halfling, ranger. I had a dwarf cleric, and I had an elf wizard. Did you start after they added the sorcerer class? They added the sorcerer post-launch. They also probably fixed that bug where the wrong person would try to do the speech checks, which is super frustrating. My cleric is trying to do all the persuasion checks that my paladin should have been doing. That was irritating. So I didn't convince a single person to stand down. I think I fought everybody that you could have avoided fighting. This is pretty good. Yeah, that longsword's pretty sweet. I forewent that for the Axe of Sharpness. Great Axe of Sharpness. Shame that they nerfed it. They got rid of the lightning damage because that was a bug. It's still a good axe though. And just so I didn't end up using a sword in the end game, I refused to use that one sword. I like axes and hammers more than swords. And I swear, every game, it's like, oh, a sword is the best weapon you can find. I have no idea why. You should have like a final tier weapon of equal value across the board. Like every weapon type should be represented equally. I get that that could be hard to do, but you just mix it up. Make a hammer the best weapon in the game. I mean, shoot, Pathfinder Kingmaker, which has, you know, a fantastic weapon representation almost across the board, only had one unique two-handed hammer when it first launched. They've added another one since then. Technically, there was 2 at start, but one of them was like a generically named. It was like a Cold Fire +1 Earthbreaker. The fire damage was Cold Steel, and I think it was a +4. Yeah, I beat us lost it with an axe. I refused to use that sword. So I stayed committed to the Great Axe of Sharpness all the way to the end. Not like I was having trouble beating the game anyway. Like, you know, the game is not difficult. But that would be cool. It's just more representation of two-handed hammers in general. Pathfinder does a pretty good job with like the Earthbreakers, which is an awesome name for a two-handed hammer, by the way. That sounds a lot like Horus's weapon in Warhammer 40k, Worldbreaker. Tooth Chewer. Like Tooth Swallower just knocked all his teeth down his throat. I mean, Maul sounds okay too. I was obsessed with the Maul in Diablo 2. I think all my characters ended up using a Maul. Wasn't the most optimal route. But, you know. I was also in my early teens. I wasn't playing for optimization, I was playing for fun. And just playing for the online experience. The internet was new to me at that time, so I was just excited to be part of it.
You cannot open the door at this time.
Oh, shoot. Oh yeah, I didn't get on the internet till later. I don't think we had like consistent internet till I will like, well, actually when I played Diablo 2 initially, we were using like the free AOL and People PC like 30-day things they gave you on dial-up, and then we didn't have like consistent internet connection till like 2008, 2009. Even then it was hit or miss. It was called high speed, but it was anything but. Like we had Allstate, not Allstate, that's an insurance, Alltel, before they got bought out by Verizon, and that was pretty good, and then Verizon bought them out and shut down the cell tower near us, so we didn't have good internet. Oh. We relied on the cell tower because we didn't have like cable out where we lived at. Also had no idea that we had a data cap, and that I went over it the first month, and it was like a $700 bill, or $500 or $700. I don't remember what it was, because I had and my grandmother bought me a laptop for school, and I used it to play Warhammer Age of Reckoning. I just went right over the data cap. We didn't pay for it. We contested because they did not explain to us that we had a limit. If we did have to pay for it, I doubt that my parents would have been the ones paying for it. I think it would have been me. So. Yeah, we had to use a cell tower for our high-speed internet because we lived out in the sticks, and they hadn't run any sort of like cables out there for it yet. So we had this little Wi-Fi receiver that we had to plug into the computer. And so when Verizon bought out Altel, supposedly like cell towers can only have so many, or like communication companies can only have so many cell towers active at a time or something like that, so they shut down the one that was near us. We basically lost all of our connection. Really didn't have internet until like 2015, 2016 when I got married. It's like they had free internet in the barracks, and that was not that. There's a reason why it was free. So yeah, I mean, high-speed internet's still a relatively new thing to me. I got to use it at my buddy's house when I went over there in late high school and into college a little bit. I don't see how people take the game that seriously. I can't comprehend that. I don't understand how people get that mad when playing a game. I destroyed my bow standard. A little dangerous. Got on top anyway. Oh, college level hazing? Psh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But I can see the frustration. I mean, not that I've been hazed in college. I'm a little too old for that. Plus, I wouldn't join a fraternity or anything anyway. There's no reason for me to be hazed. I don't have any interest in that. Again, that requires that sort of commitment that I just don't have to like organizations and institutions. I don't have school spirit. Like, you know, I don't have esprit de corps either. All right, I don't know what's going on with that guy. I think he bugged out. Like, I had a bunch of like false motivation in the military. Like, it's all, you know, belligerentness. I wasn't actually taking it seriously. That's a little unfair. I mean, you could just say no. I was like, alright. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it the first couple of times or whatever. You know, you're the new guy. That's okay. Honestly, I'd probably just do it without being asked to the first couple of times. then it should rotate. I mean, that's still not really a reason to get super upset. I've always been like the snack bringing guy. Like how I used to bring brownies to school all the time.
Sure.
Also, if you're in charge of bringing the snacks, guess what? You get to choose what snacks y'all eat. You can't be disappointed if you bring them yourself. Rotten eggs. Pretty sure I smelled a stink bomb today. Speaking of rotten eggs. It was horrible. Like 2 floors of the college dorm were just flooded with like that smell. It was terrible. It's not even the college I go to. I was helping out other people. Check in, and it was just, oh my gosh, it was terrible. I didn't think people still did stink bombs. I mean, I guess that trend would never really go away, but gross. The day people are moving in, sweating, you know, heaving and hoeing all their stuff into their rooms, you can do something like that.
Sure.
Speaking of snacks, I'm gonna need a snack after this because I'm starving. I didn't have time to eat dinner. When I got home, I recorded that channel update, and then I went straight into the stream after that, so I am famished.
That your sword, if you can't even deal with the fungoids, you won't survive what lies inside the mountain. See it as a test.
Kill the fungoid. That's easy enough. No, I mean, I was in the military. I know how people can power trip. I've seen it. People like their authority. One of the many reasons I got out. Actually, I knew a guy like that. He used to lie about like his what he could do. You know, he joined right out of high school, but he's like, yeah, I used to be a hitman, because he was from Maine, right? And he would always say like, oh, you know, I used to be a hitman. I would go into Canada and take hits out on people. I'm like, come on, man. Like, yeah, I can throw a tomahawk 100 yards accurately. Like, you can't even run 3 miles. Like, what do you mean? This dude couldn't pass the PFT and CFT. How he managed to stay in as long as he did, I have no idea. I don't like to talk bad about people, but this guy, he was my roommate, and he didn't shower or clean his room, so we failed field day all the time. So I have a right to be angry at this guy. He wasted so much of my time. He just lied about everything. I don't understand. Why lie? Like, we're gonna know. Like, we know you. We live and work beside you 16 hours a day. And then I go home with you. Like, I know where you live. Like, you don't need to lie about it, man. Like, his time would have been a lot easier had he just been honest about himself, I think. But he just had to talk himself up for no reason. Supposedly he killed his mom's boyfriend because she was abusive, or his aunt's boyfriend, somebody's boyfriend. I don't know, I think the story changed. It's just, come on, man. You gotta fit. Especially for something like that. Like, you're not... Ugh, whatever. It's alright. It's done and gone with. Like, he was so bad they actually got rid of him before we went on deployment. He wasn't allowed to deploy with us, since he was a detriment to the deployment. He said some weird boasts. It was like I even tried reaching out to him a couple times, despite, you know, because I actually went to the schoolhouse and everything with him. Not directly. Like he had a reputation all along. It was. I don't know. When you lie like that, you're just making that reputation even worse. And then if you get transitioned to like a new station or, you know, a different squadron or unit, that reputation follows you, and so that's what they expect and what they get. He's actually the cause of one of like the 2 times I yelled while I was still in, because I very rarely yelled. But I mean, he failed field day every single time. Luckily, the barracks that we had were like the really nice barracks where it was 2 separate bedrooms and with like doors, and then there's like a common area. So like I didn't live directly with him, but field day was, if you fail, like the whole room fails, and he just. And I cleaned everything because he didn't clean anything. So like I cleaned the bathroom, then he'd go use the bathroom before I left or after I left for the day. And again, guess what? Failed field day. The dude was just, oh man. Just wasted so much of my time cleaning for him. And then I had to help him clean his room. Ah, gosh, I'm getting mad about it again. Yeah, well, I mean, so use the term grown men loosely for military, because a lot of them are people that joined right out of high school, so they never really had a chance to mature. So there's a lot of high school mentality. But yeah, no, he used to hide in the closet. So when we were in the schoolhouse, he would hide in the closet and not come out for field day or to clean or anything. He wouldn't shower. Like, it blew my mind. He just wouldn't clean himself. He was just gross. He'd spend all of his money. Man, I feel bad talking about people like this. I do. But like, he deserves it. He wasted everybody's time. Because there were some times when, like, one person failed field day and everybody had to come in. Married folk, everybody would get called back in. They clean all the rooms. And it's just, like, don't do that to people, man. Like, again, group punishment isn't the way things should be handled anyway, but, I mean, we know that it happens, so make sure you don't be the one to cause it to happen, you know? Because we're already working for up to 16 hours a day, we don't need to come back after leaving. Like, just... Nah, I could rant about this guy probably for days. All the grief that he caused, not just me, but everybody that I worked with. It's absurd. Because not only did he not take care of himself, he was just selfish. He did not care about the people that he worked with, and that's the worst part. That's worse than anything else I can say about the guy. It blows my mind. Like, 'cause we worked on aircraft. Aircraft are not clean. You come home, your hands and arms, your face, it's all black. It's covered in like that aircraft gunk. Like, you need to clean yourself. Like, you're gonna catch something. I shower twice a day. I still shower. Well, no, I only shower once a week. But I showered twice a day when I was in. When I needed to. I mean, I showered twice today.
Your inventory is full.
I showered twice today. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't die, don't die. Did I run back into a stun? I like the music here. By the way. I'm gonna pull back, let my guys, I think, finish it. There we go. Now, I showered twice today because I was outside for like 5 hours just sweating to death.
You have no more room.
Better to have a higher build than you go to bed crusty, I say. Like I can't function during the day if I don't shower in the morning. Like I have to shower in the morning, or I'm out for the count. Yeah, sorry for going on that rant. Again, I don't like talking about people like that. I mean, no one knows who he is. But I feel bad because, you know, if he ever watched this, he's gonna know who he is. But gosh darn it. Ugh. And the crazy part was he comes from a military family. Like, his mom was pretty high ranking in the Navy, I think. I don't know. Enough about that. It's not a happy topic. It's a frustrating topic for me. It was one of the, like, he ruined years of my life single-handedly, and you know, other people in the shop, but no one else had to be his roommate. I was his roommate, which made it worse. So I get a special claim to fame in regards to that. Yeah, oh man, just. Him and a couple other people were the subject of a paper I wrote, so I got in trouble one time in the military for playing a it was a little prank. It wasn't anything crazy. I got in trouble for it and had to write a paper. I wrote a 5-page paper about what it means to be a Marine, what it means to me. And it actually got passed around all the upper command because they thought it was really good. And he was part of the reason I wrote it. Him and a couple other people that I won't mention, but...
Ha! Move with you trespasser. I see you've had no meat yet.
That's how much it affected me. I wrote a paper about him after he was gone. So. No, she wasn't an officer. She was enlisted. She was just high up. I think she was like an E7 or E8 or something. I don't know where I need to go now. How do I get to Asgard? Oh, I think it's from inside here. Alright, so I think I have the quest for this. Actually, let's go back to that settlement. Now, really, I didn't have a lot of bad interactions with officers. There was one officer that set me off one time because he, we were staying late because he had to like maintain his quals, and so he flew a late flight one night, and so some of us had to stay late to take care of that, to have it come in, and if there's any issues avionics wise, obviously we troubleshoot it, stuff like that. He dropped his stupid finger light in the cockpit, and instead of him staying there and finding his own finger light, he had us do it. Luckily, another officer saw the wrongness in that. He got torn a new one the next day, but I mean, that was, come on, man. One, you're using a nerdy little contraption, you're using a finger light. Pick it up yourself, man. Like, if you drop it, that's your responsibility. That's not my responsibility to find that for you. The only time that I think I had an officer actually, like, flex the authority on me. Where am I going? Scandia. Now, I mean, I could rant all day about stuff in the military, but I don't like talking about it a whole lot, because it always ends up on a negative note. I like to be positive on the channel, so reel that in a bit. I need to turn this into Aldous. Wait, no, I think she's to the Darklands. Well, congratulations, man.
Hi, welcome. I have other things on. Amazing, the war.
2 skill points. There they are. Let's go ahead and max this out. On to the last 4 now. 21 extra seconds. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so back to the Darklands. We'll venture to Asgard. There should be a rebirth fountain right inside of it. Oh wait, no, I need to do one other thing real fast. Is there a person that can craft here? I don't remember if there is. Really should be. Alright, there's not. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't talk about the military a lot on the channel, because it's it turns into a rant fest. There's a lot to rant about. Oh man. There's a crafter here either. There's one in the Darklands.
Splendid!
I don't know if I have the lupine claws for this. I may have dropped them. Oh, you need the full ones? Oh, man. Alright, this quest might not get done then. I'm not gonna sit here and grind those out. I thought the portal to Asgard was inside of this.
I see you've had no. I see you.
You should be in. Move with caution.
Wait. I thought it was in here. I swore that that portal was just to open up like right here.
A human? You won't see me digging a hole.
I have no idea where the how to get to Asgard then. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. I swore that they opened up a portal. I think I've gotten stuck on this part a couple times. As you do the quest, it says venture into Asgard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a portal right here. Inside this room. That's how I remember it happening anyway. Like, they made the portal to Asgard. Oh no, there's a door that was locked. What door? What door is locked? Oh, the one. Okay, never mind. I know where it's at. It's tripped me up. Hard to see right here. In my defense, I am tired. Oh! What the heck was that? I know they go into that defensive stance. I thought it just reduced the damage they took, not that it did damage back at me. Ugh. I'm taking this new helmet that I got, though. It looks a lot cooler than the other helmet. I mean, they're somewhat similar design. This one has a more commanding presence than the other one does. Oh gosh, run away! Oh gosh. It's hard to keep track of all of them going to that stance. I tried. Should've just fell further back and forced them to come to me in the battle standard aura. Because I think I was fighting just outside of it. Also, I think I lost my experience there. No, I picked it up. Because I died to the guys in this chamber. That's right. Pretty sure I picked it up. Like, maybe a bunch of nerds. Alright, battle standard's waiting on you. There we go. Don't have to worry about that stun anymore. Seriously, the crowd control is all it takes. One good stun. That's all she wrote. I want to die. I think you run across the squirrel, the eagle, dwell in the world tree. Got a tasker and I forgot the eagle's name. I don't think you do. I don't remember. Maybe they're like backdrops somewhere in this area. I'm doing no damage to these guys. Must be another difficulty curve. Well, there's an eagle. A bunch of eagles. No blood eagles, though. For those of you who don't know, a blood eagle was a torture execution method that the Norse would use. They would basically cut 2 slits into your back and pull your skin over your ribs so it was exposed. And so like it kind of looked like an eagle on the back. Also a Monomarth song, I think, on Deceiver of the Gods. Which is kind of a weird album. I mean, I enjoyed it. And it was definitely better than Surtur Rising, so. That's some really cool album art. No, don't die. Yeah, these bugs are pretty tough. Poison lasts for a long time. Did I miss a boss fight back here? Or is it up ahead? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to fight a dragon. Alright, either way, I'm gonna call a stream here. Yeah, I went over time, I didn't realize. The next one, we will go through Greensward, and, yeah, proceed through Asgard. I think we're... maybe one more stream? Maybe two. There's still a ton of this act to go through. We have Asgard, I think... the last one's Muspelheim. What's the next one? I don't remember what this one is. Maybe Valhalla specifically? Because Valhalla is just the hall in Asgard. Yeah, I think that is. So I think it's Asgard, Valhalla, and then Muspelheim. For the waypoints. I feel like we're in Muspelheim for a while. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We might wrap it up next time, or it'll be 2 more streams. We'll see. Either way, we're ending it here. I didn't make as much progress as I should have, though. But the act is just, it's such a long act. It's a great act, though. So, I can't complain.